Did you know that there are plants which, according to ancient spiritual traditions, possess the ability to bring prosperity, abundance, and even an energetic transformation to your life? Imagine Padre Pio, a man of profound faith and unparalleled spiritual insight, reflecting on the divine connections that certain plants foster with the spirit. If you seek to invite greater well-being and balance into your home, this message resonates with you. Selecting the right plants can alter the very atmosphere of your dwelling, not as mere superstition, but as a time-honored practice that harmonizes natural wisdom with devoted faith. Padre Pio's teachings on creating an environment of peace and prosperity resonate deeply even today. Curious to learn more? Let us delve into the spiritual power of 5 plants that Padre Pio himself might have considered essential for transforming the energy around you, ushering in abundance and serenity. These are not mere decorations. Their profound symbolism and capacity to influence life go far beyond the superficial. Take a moment to affirm this connection by saying, "Padre Pio, I accept abundance." The spiritual synergy between plants and Padre Pio's wisdom reveals the significance of nature as more than a simple part of the earthly realm. From the earliest times, plants have been cherished as symbols of spiritual energies and integral to religious and cultural traditions. For Padre Pio, a home was to be a sanctuary of divine peace, prosperity, and harmony, an environment where divine presence could be felt in every corner. He taught that faith should permeate every facet of life, including the way we nurture our physical surroundings. Choosing the right plants was not just a matter of aesthetic preference for Padre Pio, but an act of spiritual protection and a means to imbue one's dwelling with sacred energy. Plants, as he understood, have the transformative power to absorb negativity and promote both well-being and prosperity. Among these, some hold such profound symbolic significance that they have been venerated across cultures. Padre Pio's deep spiritual insight supported the notion that cultivating particular plants could attract blessings and strengthen our connection with the divine. A notable example is rosemary, a plant revered for its ability to purify spaces and ward off negative energies. More than just a culinary ingredient, rosemary embodies protection and renewal. In alignment with this philosophy, we can understand how growing specific plants in our homes might lead to prosperity, abundance, and a steady flow of positive energy. Let us explore 5 such potent plants, guided by spiritual traditions and the teachings of Padre Pio, to transform our homes into spaces of wealth and blessings. The first plant, rosemary, serves as a beacon of prosperity and protection. Beyond its culinary and aromatic properties, rosemary has been venerated since ancient times for its spiritual and esoteric attributes. Padre Pio, in his reflections on the sanctity of maintaining both physical and spiritual purity in the home, advocated for the cultivation of rosemary to invite good energies and ensure divine protection. In various spiritual traditions, rosemary is regarded as a purifier, dispelling negative energies that accumulate and disrupt emotional and spiritual balance. The spaces we inhabit often absorb external influences, leaving us drained or stuck. Rosemary, with its vibrant energy, restores the natural flow of positive vibrations, paving the way for harmony and prosperity. Additionally, rosemary is a powerful guardian. Aware of the sacred nature imbued in every aspect of life, Padre Pio recognized this plant as a shield against harmful influences, creating a sacred energy barrier within the home. Placing a vase of rosemary near your entrance or in key rooms can serve as a protective filter, blocking negative vibrations and safeguarding the environment from undesirable energies. In Spanish tradition and numerous cultures worldwide, rosemary symbolizes good fortune, growth, and abundance. Strategically planting it near windows or in specific areas can attract prosperity and financial opportunities, infusing the space with energy conducive to success, both material and spiritual. Its fresh fragrance purifies the air, enhancing mental clarity and overall well-being, qualities widely celebrated in aromatherapy. For Padre Pio, these aspects of rosemary extended far beyond practical use. The plant became a symbol of how divine care manifests through nature. He believed that by nurturing such elements, one could align with God's plan of abundance and peace, turning every home into a place of sanctified living. Through rosemary's spiritual resonance, Padre Pio encouraged individuals to cultivate a profound relationship with the divine, one that harmonized earthly existence with heavenly grace. Thus, the simple act of growing and caring for rosemary becomes, in Padre Pio's teachings, an expression of faith, an acknowledgement of the sacred interconnectedness of creation, and a step toward embracing the abundance that God desires for all. By welcoming plants like rosemary into our homes, we open ourselves to a deeper flow of blessings, living in alignment with divine will and drawing closer to the spiritual prosperity that Padre Pio so passionately envisioned. In moments like these, it is essential to shield your home from the negative energies that may be affecting it. Stay vigilant, as the accumulation of such energies can cast shadows over your life, hindering your spiritual and material well-being. Daily prayer, as Padre Pio often emphasized, is a formidable tool of protection. By praying every day, you weave an invisible shield around your surroundings, safeguarding your life from misfortunes that may arise. Prayer is not merely a repetition of words, but a communion with the divine, a way of aligning your soul with the eternal source of all goodness and strength. If you seek a spiritual refuge and desire the blessings of prosperity, I invite you to explore the power of Padre Pio's wisdom through the ebook, The Power of Padre Pio. This book offers prayers designed for times of great need, a guide for those longing for a life enveloped in divine protection. It serves as a beacon of hope, calling you to strengthen your bond with the divine. Among the natural allies in this journey, basil holds a special place as a protector of the spirit and an attractor of abundance. Beyond its culinary uses, basil carries deep symbolism in both spiritual traditions and the teachings of Padre Pio, representing a guardian of wealth and well-being. Cultivating basil within your home is not only an act of care, but also a gesture of faith, inviting blessings into your household. Its vibrant presence and fresh aroma are reminders of divine providence, a testament to the blessings that nature provides. Basil acts as a natural amulet, fostering positive energy and financial stability. To have basil at home is to welcome a force that purifies, transforms, and invigorates. Padre Pio understood the transformative power of such simple acts and saw in them a reflection of divine care. If you feel trapped in a stagnant financial situation, nurturing a basil plant can help clear the path, unlocking new opportunities and revitalizing your spirit. Its purifying qualities extend beyond material wealth, reaching into the realms of clarity and discernment, key virtues for making wise economic decisions. Many believe that carrying basil leaves in your wallet or placing them near important documents can attract financial blessings and protect against unexpected losses. Its spiritual connection to nature makes it a powerful ally for those striving to harmonize their lives with the energies of prosperity. Caring for this plant becomes more than a task. It transforms into a ritual of gratitude and alignment with divine order. Padre Pio often reminded his followers of the importance of living in harmony with creation, embracing the gifts of nature as pathways to divine grace. Imagine the joy of realizing that tending to a simple basil plant not only beautifies your home, but also fortifies your financial stability and opens new avenues for growth. Such a practice, so accessible and straightforward, carries profound rewards, not only in material terms, but in spiritual balance and inner peace. Basil transcends its role as a garden ornament or a flavorful herb. It becomes a symbol of abundance, a guardian of prosperity, and a testament to the Creator's generosity. To draw wealth into your life, having a basil plant at home is a tangible step toward ensuring that the energy of abundance flows unhindered. Another notable plant in this spiritual arsenal is mint, whose significance extends far beyond its refreshing qualities in teas and dishes. Mint, as Padre Pio would reflect in his teachings, embodies renewal and the arrival of divine opportunities. Its vibrant energy resonates with the soul, inviting prosperity and success into one's life. By placing mint in your home, you are not just nurturing an aromatic herb, but creating an environment ripe for blessings. In spiritual traditions, mint is seen as a magnet for good fortune and a harbinger of new possibilities. Planted near windows or doors, where energy flows freely, it draws opportunities into your life like a beacon of hope. For those seeking transformation, mint is an ideal companion, breaking old patterns and ushering in the new. Its vigorous growth symbolizes the rapid and abundant manifestations that are possible when one aligns with divine will. Padre Pio often spoke of the importance of openness to life's blessings, and mint serves as a daily reminder of this wisdom. Its invigorating scent fills the air with positivity, fostering an atmosphere conducive to attracting the best that life has to offer. Moreover, many believe that mint has the power to clarify the mind and ignite inspiration, enabling you to recognize opportunities that might otherwise remain unnoticed. This clarity, paired with the courage to act, aligns perfectly with Padre Pio's teachings on divine providence. He taught that trusting in God's timing and remaining vigilant for his signs can open doors that once seemed closed. The simple act of tending to a mint plant becomes a reflection of this trust, a tangible expression of faith in the Creator's plan. As its fresh aroma uplifts your spirit, it also nurtures an environment brimming with divine favor. In essence, the care and cultivation of basil and mint transcend practicality. They are spiritual practices that connect you to the divine rhythms of life. Through their presence, you embrace the sacred interweaving of nature and grace, allowing blessings to flow freely into your home and heart. Let these humble plants remind you of the profound wisdom of Padre Pio, who saw in every aspect of creation a reflection of God's boundless love and care. The mind, as Padre Pio often emphasized, holds profound spiritual significance as both a guardian and a purifier of the soul. Drawing from his teachings, it is evident that the mind is endowed with the ability to shield one from harmful influences while facilitating a divine cleansing that aligns the individual with God's will. In various spiritual traditions, similar to those observed by Padre Pio, rituals of cleansing are integral to removing obstacles, both visible and invisible, that hinder the flow of divine grace, prosperity, and spiritual enlightenment. Padre Pio often spoke of preparing the soul as a sanctuary for the Holy Spirit, a space free of negativity where divine blessings could abound. Imagine cultivating a plant that serves not only as a reminder of God's providence, but also as an active participant in opening the heart to His abundance. Mint, a humble creation of the divine, can embody such symbolism. Caring for mint becomes a sacred act, a reflection of nurturing the gifts God has provided. Every time one waters or tends to this plant, it mirrors the soul's readiness to receive God's grace and blessings. Padre Pio might have likened this act to cultivating a prayerful heart, one that remains open and receptive to the Holy Spirit's promptings. Mint, with its refreshing essence, offers a tangible reminder of renewal and hope. For those seeking opportunities in love, vocation, or material sustenance, Padre Pio would have encouraged incorporating elements of creation, like mint, into daily life as a reflection of trust in God's providence. This act becomes a prayer, a small yet profound way of uniting the physical with the spiritual, aligning one's earthly existence with the promises of heaven. Lavender, often regarded for its calming properties, takes on deeper meaning when viewed through the lens of Padre Pio's teachings. He frequently emphasized the importance of peace, not just as a fleeting emotion, but as a state of being rooted in the divine. Lavender, with its gentle fragrance, can transform a home into a haven of tranquility, promoting harmony that allows the spirit to connect more intimately with God. Padre Pio might have seen lavender as a symbol of spiritual purity, a tool for creating a sacred space where prayer and contemplation flourish. To plant lavender in one's home is to commit to cultivating peace, not only for oneself, but for all who enter that space. The calming essence of lavender aligns with Padre Pio's belief that a serene environment fosters clarity of thought and heart, essential components for spiritual growth. In moments of trial or uncertainty, lavender's gentle presence can serve as a reminder of God's unwavering peace, a beacon guiding the soul back to the tranquility only He can provide. Beyond its role in promoting peace, lavender also plays a part in purification, a theme deeply resonant with Padre Pio's emphasis on confession and spiritual renewal. Its use in ancient purification rituals reflects the universal longing to cleanse not just the body, but the spirit. For Padre Pio, such acts of purification were essential for removing the barriers that obstruct the soul's union with God. Lavender, as a creation of God, can thus be seen as a gift that aids in this sacred process, offering clarity and fostering a deeper connection with the divine mysteries. In the presence of lavender, the soul finds a space to rest and rejuvenate. Padre Pio often reminded his followers that peace and rest are not indulgences, but necessities for the spiritual journey. Lavender's calming qualities can support physical well-being, improve rest, and create an environment conducive to prayer and meditation. By cultivating lavender, one establishes a refuge, a sanctuary that echoes the divine promise of renewal and protection. This small act of care reflects the larger spiritual truth that God calls His people to steward the gifts of creation with love and gratitude. Similarly, jasmine, with its ethereal fragrance and association with prosperity, holds spiritual symbolism that aligns with Padre Pio's views on divine providence. He often spoke of how nature, in its beauty and abundance, reflects the generosity of the Creator. Jasmine, a plant celebrated across cultures, serves as a testament to God's desire for His children to live in harmony, abundance, and grace. For Padre Pio, cultivating jasmine might have symbolized cultivating a heart open to the riches of God's blessings, not merely material wealth, but the deeper prosperity of a life steeped in faith and virtue. Jasmine's ability to elevate the atmosphere of any space is akin to the transformative power of prayer, which Padre Pio so fervently practiced. He might have described the presence of jasmine as a gentle reminder of how God's grace permeates even the most ordinary aspects of life, imbuing them with beauty and significance. In a home filled with the sweet aroma of jasmine, one is constantly reminded of the divine abundance that flows from a life lived in harmony with God's will. As a catalyst for positive energy, jasmine promotes not only material prosperity, but also emotional and spiritual well-being. Padre Pio would have viewed this as a reflection of God's holistic care for his creation. The delicate fragrance of jasmine fosters an atmosphere of peace and joy, essential conditions for receiving the blessings of heaven. By cultivating jasmine, one actively participates in creating a space where divine grace can manifest fully, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. In conclusion, these plants, mint, lavender, and jasmine, are not merely botanical entities, but symbols of God's abundant love and provision. Through their care, individuals engage in a spiritual practice that echoes Padre Pio's teachings on stewardship, peace, and the sanctification of daily life. Each plant becomes a living prayer, a testament to the Creator's generosity, and a reminder of the profound interconnectedness between the physical and spiritual realms. The jasmine flower, often overlooked for its spiritual significance, holds a profound role in cultivating inner peace and divine connection. Padre Pio, in his reflections, often emphasized the necessity of maintaining a tranquil soul to receive God's blessings fully. The calming properties of jasmine, which alleviate stress and foster relaxation, serve as a conduit for spiritual openness. In this state, one becomes more attuned to the grace and opportunities provided by divine providence. In relationships, jasmine resonates with the teachings of Padre Pio on love and harmony. He would often advise the faithful to seek peace in their interactions, nurturing bonds that reflect the love of Christ. Cultivating jasmine within the home not only enhances the emotional environment, but aligns with the call to create a sanctuary of love and understanding. Its presence promotes familial unity, allowing relationships to mirror God's unconditional love. A household imbued with harmony, according to Padre Pio, becomes a fertile ground for blessings and spiritual prosperity. In the pursuit of material wealth and abundance, jasmine's symbolism aligns with Padre Pio's teachings on faith and action. Planting jasmine near the entrance of a home serves as a metaphorical and literal gesture of welcoming divine blessings. As its fragrance fills the air, it reminds us of the sweetness of God's presence and the peace that comes from trusting in His providence. Padre Pio believed that such acts of faith, simple yet profound, create an environment where both spiritual and material prosperity can flourish. Furthermore, Padre Pio often taught that spiritual practices and physical actions must harmonize. He might encourage the faithful to plant and tend to natural gifts, like jasmine, as an expression of gratitude for God's creation. Doing so, while praying for guidance and blessings, reflects the balance between divine reliance and human effort. Just as jasmine attracts positivity, so too does a heart aligned with God's will draw opportunities for growth and success. However, not all elements of creation are meant to occupy the sacred space of a home. Padre Pio would caution against blindly embracing beauty without discernment, reminding us that not everything appealing to the eye is beneficial to the soul. Certain plants, despite their allure, may carry energies that disrupt spiritual harmony. For instance, the peace lily, often celebrated for its elegance, has been associated in some traditions with financial and emotional stagnation. Padre Pio's wisdom urges us to evaluate what we bring into our homes, as even seemingly benign choices can impact our spiritual and material well-being. Carla's experience serves as a testament to Padre Pio's teachings on spiritual vigilance. Her initial admiration for the peace lily's beauty led her to introduce it into her home, unknowingly inviting subtle disruptions into her life. Padre Pio often warned of the spiritual consequences of neglecting discernment. When Carla removed the plant after understanding its potential effects, she experienced a renewal of harmony and a restoration of financial stability. This mirrors the Padre's counsel that aligning one's environment with God's will fosters an atmosphere of peace and abundance. Similarly, ivy, with its invasive nature, symbolizes chaos and disorder, qualities that Padre Pio would admonish against allowing into one's life or home. Its unchecked growth can serve as a metaphor for spiritual laxity, which, if left unaddressed, can manifest as instability in various aspects of life. Padre Pio's teachings emphasize the importance of maintaining order, both in one's soul and surroundings, as a reflection of God's divine harmony. To transform a home into a sanctuary of spiritual and material prosperity, Padre Pio would guide the faithful to approach this task with prayerful intention and an open heart. He would advocate for the careful selection of plants that uplift the spirit, ensuring that their presence aligns with God's peace and blessings. For instance, jasmine, with its gentle fragrance and calming properties, embodies the harmony and grace that Padre Pio sought to cultivate in every aspect of life. In summary, following Padre Pio's wisdom means recognizing that our surroundings play a vital role in shaping our spiritual journey. Every element, from the plants we nurture to the energy we allow into our homes, should be chosen with care and prayerful discernment. The faithful are encouraged to see their homes as extensions of their inner sanctuaries, where God's presence is invited and cherished. By aligning our choices with His teachings, we create not only a space for material blessings, but a haven for spiritual growth and divine connection. The disordered energy that disrupts the harmony of the home, preventing blessings and prosperity from flourishing, is a manifestation of the spiritual neglect often unseen in our daily lives. Matteo, a devout follower of Padre Pio, had a profoundly enlightening experience that echoes the teachings of the saint. Matteo took great pride in his garden, especially in the ivy that adorned his porch. However, as the ivy grew wild and uncontrolled, Matteo noticed a cascade of issues: unexpected expenses, family arguments, and lost job opportunities. In his despair, he turned to spiritual guidance and decided to remove the ivy. Soon after, a profound peace enveloped his home, his finances stabilized, and family harmony was restored. Through this, Matteo learned an essential truth. Sometimes, letting go of what appears beautiful is necessary to allow divine blessings to manifest. Padre Pio often reminded us to examine our surroundings and our hearts, to discern what might be blocking the grace of God. Could it be that something seemingly innocent in your home, perhaps even a plant, hinders your prosperity? If you find yourself overwhelmed by financial worries, a lack of direction, or the burdens of daily life, imagine the transformative power of faith and prayer. With trust in divine intervention, guided by the prayers of Padre Pio, lives can shift from despair to hope. The spiritual power encapsulated in The Power of Padre Pio, an ebook filled with prayers for every moment, offers a tool to bring peace, prosperity, protection, and miracles into daily life. Do not overlook this opportunity to access a wellspring of faith. Life's challenges often come unexpectedly, but with Padre Pio's intercession, you are never alone. This book becomes a spiritual companion, guiding you to invite divine solutions into your most pressing problems. Each prayer is crafted to deepen your faith and open new pathways, embodying the saints' teachings on trusting God's providence. If you feel stuck, unable to move forward, now is the moment to embrace the blessings that Padre Pio can bring into your life. Download this ebook and experience the beginning of your transformation. The third plant, the so-called lucky bamboo, serves as a stark reminder of misplaced trust. While marketed as a symbol of prosperity, the spiritual implications of such objects are not always as they appear. Many have found that placing this plant in their homes coincides with mounting financial troubles, unexpected debts, and lost opportunities. This serves as a critical reflection. True prosperity is rooted not in objects, but in the harmony of faith and purposeful action. Padre Pio consistently taught that wealth and blessings flow from sincere effort and trust in divine providence rather than reliance on amulets. Blind faith in symbols creates an illusion of security, delaying the fulfillment of our financial aspirations and deeper spiritual growth. Consider the experience of Maria Clara, a devout mother of two. In her hopes of improving her family's financial situation, she brought a lucky bamboo into her home, believing in its promise to attract wealth and good fortune. However, over time, Maria Clara observed that her challenges grew rather than diminished. Unforeseen expenses multiplied, her bills escalated, and her anxiety deepened. Reflecting one evening, Maria Clara recalled a homily she had heard. "Blessed are those who practice faith in their daily lives." The next day she took decisive action, removing the bamboo, reorganizing her finances, and creating a structured plan to address her debts. Slowly but surely, her life began to change for the better. Maria Clara realized that prosperity arises not from objects, but from a balanced combination of faith, discipline, and effort. Are you placing undue trust in material symbols to bring you luck? Perhaps the real path lies in aligning your actions with your goals, cultivating diligence, and anchoring everything in a foundation of faith. The fourth plant, the cactus, illustrates another spiritual lesson. While cacti are admired for their simplicity and aesthetic charm, their sharp spines carry deeper symbolism, obstacles and unseen barriers. Many believe these spines offer protection, but they can also symbolize hindrances to familial harmony and abundance. Padre Pio often reminded his followers that certain elements, even those we bring into our lives with good intentions, may unknowingly obstruct divine blessings. The story of Anna, a small business owner, serves as a poignant example. Anna decided to decorate her gift shop with cacti, thinking their modern appeal would attract more customers. Initially, the change seemed promising, but over time, sales began to decline inexplicably. As Anna pondered this downturn, she reflected on Padre Pio's teachings about the unseen spiritual dynamics of our choices. Seeking divine guidance, she removed the cacti from her shop, replacing them with a simple, welcoming decor. Gradually, her business regained its vitality and her customer base grew. Padre Pio's insights call us to deeper awareness. What we surround ourselves with, both physically and spiritually, affects the flow of grace in our lives. The path to true abundance is one of faith, effort, and discernment, grounded in trust in God's plan. Matteo faced an inexplicable decline in his business. Neither promotions nor events could draw in customers, and relationships with his employees became strained and uncomfortable. He couldn't understand what was going wrong. One day, a friend with deep spiritual insights suggested he examine the energy of his surroundings. "Why did you choose cacti?" she asked him. Intrigued, Matteo researched the symbolism of these plants and discovered that cacti, with their sharp thorns, could block positive energies and symbolize challenges. Inspired, he decided to remove them and replace them with sunflowers and pots of rosemary, plants that symbolize prosperity and harmony. Within a few weeks, Matteo observed a radical transformation in his business. Sales improved, and the workplace atmosphere became more friendly. Sales began to rise steadily, and with them, the relationships among employees blossomed with joy and renewed enthusiasm. The shop seemed to radiate a warm and vibrant energy, welcoming everyone who walked in. This experience taught Matteo a profound lesson. Spirituality is not confined to grand gestures, but reveals itself in the subtle decisions of daily life. Even the smallest changes in one's environment can pave the way for new opportunities. This story illustrates how an apparently insignificant object can influence the flow of blessings. Sometimes we harbor elements in our homes or workplaces that, while seemingly protective, may actually hinder our growth. Have you ever wondered if there's something in your home unknowingly blocking the flow of prosperity and opportunities? Take, for example, the fern, celebrated for its lushness and beauty, making it a favorite in many homes. Yet its reputation for needing constant watering and care could spiritually symbolize a continual drain of energy. Padre Pio often cautioned about being mindful of what we allow into our homes, especially items that, while pleasing to the eye, might deplete our vitality and spiritual energy. Just as a fern requires unrelenting attention, it can also absorb the energy of its surroundings, leaving people feeling fatigued, stressed, and unmotivated. Luciana's story exemplifies this. A hard-working woman devoted to her family, Luciana adored decorating her home with plants, with ferns being her favorite. Over time, she began to feel inexplicably exhausted, even with adequate rest. Her financial situation stagnated. Clients became scarce, and once effortless opportunities ceased to appear. Puzzled, Luciana sought help, consulting doctors and exploring alternative therapies. Eventually, a spiritually attuned friend, inspired by the teachings of Padre Pio, suggested she examine her home's energy. "Luciana," she said, "perhaps something in your home is draining your energy. Why not try replacing those plants with ones that bring vitality?" Determined to improve her circumstances, Luciana removed the ferns from her living room and balcony, substituting them with lavender and basil, known for their energetic and protective qualities. Within weeks, she noticed a significant difference. Her energy returned, her work began to flow, and invitations for new projects emerged. By clearing her space of elements that drained her strength, Luciana was able to attract opportunities back into her life. Could it be that you too have something in your home that's depleting your energy and blocking your blessings? Perhaps it's time to examine your surroundings and see what could be replaced to invite vitality and prosperity into your life. Consider also the bonsai, which, while admired for its beauty and symbolism of control and balance, can spiritually act as a form of imprisonment. According to spiritual teachings and Padre Pio's perspective, the bonsai represents constrained growth, a constant state of pruning that restricts expansion. This makes it a metaphor for an invisible prison, one that hinders personal, financial, and spiritual growth. The bonsai embodies repressed potential, where progress is perpetually limited by unseen forces. Gabriel's story serves as a cautionary tale of the bonsai's influence. A young entrepreneur, Gabriel adorned his home office with an elegant bonsai, believing it would bring him peace and balance. However, over the course of a year, he noticed no change in his professional life. Despite his efforts, his business remained stagnant, and promising opportunities slipped away before they could materialize. One day, Gabriel attended a conference on how environmental energies and certain plants could reflect personal blockages. There, he learned that the bonsai's symbolism could mirror his own struggles with limited growth and unfulfilled potential. Intrigued by the symbolism of the bonsai, Matteo delved deeper into its meaning, discovering its representation of repressed growth. Just as Matteo meticulously pruned the branches of his bonsai to maintain its precise shape, he unknowingly trimmed away his own dreams and aspirations. Determined to break this cycle, Matteo decided to remove the bonsai from his desk, replacing it with a free-growing plant, an Amazon lily. From that moment, transformations began. A month later, a collaboration he thought was lost resurfaced, and new projects started to unfold. According to Matteo, clearing that small physical space also opened the path to his success. Like Matteo, do you have an object at home that might symbolize an invisible limitation? What part of your life requires space and freedom to expand and flourish? Take a moment to look around. What are you holding on to that you should let go of? The hydrangea, a seemingly simple plant, holds a dual nature. Its beauty can block blessings. While its lush flowers and vibrant colors captivate at first glance, some traditions associate the hydrangea with sadness, isolation, and emotional blockages. Padre Pio often emphasized the importance of joy and openness to blessings in every home, advising that anything disrupting this flow should be reconsidered. Many stories highlight the unexpected effects of the hydrangea. One such story is that of Carolina, a woman who endured years of financial and emotional struggles without understanding their source. Carolina, a passionate plant enthusiast, had a special corner in her home dedicated to caring for her plants. Central to this space was a large hydrangea she tended with devotion. Yet her life seemed stuck. Money was always scarce, projects never progressed, and her relationships grew increasingly distant. One day, during a visit with a friend, Carolina mentioned feeling trapped in a cycle with no exit. Her friend, possessing some spiritual knowledge, suggested that the hydrangea might be affecting the energy of her home. Initially skeptical, Carolina decided to give it a try. The following weekend, driven by curiosity and hope, she replaced the hydrangea with a pot of sunflowers, plants linked to joy and prosperity. Within weeks, Carolina began noticing subtle changes. Her finances, which once seemed to vanish inexplicably, began to stabilize. The atmosphere in her home felt lighter and more welcoming, and even her familial and friendly relationships became more harmonious. For Carolina, replacing the hydrangea with sunflowers was akin to opening a window to the light and abundance that had been blocked. Looking back now, she is convinced that this energetic shift was pivotal in unblocking the flow of blessings in her life. And what about you? Could something as simple as a plant in your home be obstructing the opportunities and prosperity you seek? Transforming your home might be the first step to transforming your life. Now that you know about these plants, which according to spiritual traditions and Padre Pio's teachings can attract poverty and stagnation, it's time to take action. Small changes in your home's decor could make a significant difference in your financial and emotional well-being. Take a moment today to inspect your space, identify if any of these plants are present, and consider replacing them with species that encourage protection, prosperity, and joy. Remember always that spirituality and your environment go hand in hand. By nurturing the energy of your home, you prepare the ground for blessings to flow abundantly into your life. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the message, and leave a comment about the changes you plan to make. Together, we can transform our spaces and attract greater prosperity.